Guys, welcome back to my channel. Work with Mide Nancy. My name is Mide Nancy and I'm super excited to have you guys here today. Thank you for so much subscriptions. I'm super excited and I don't take you for granted. You have a place in my heart. Thank you so much. Today I'm going to be talking about what to do after the teaching assistant program, what you can possibly do after the teaching assistant program. I've had some people ask me questions and come to my DM and tell me that, okay, can you travel to another country from France and just, can you look, I'm just going to address all those questions today. You're going to know the possible things that can come up after your teaching assistant program in France. So let's get started. Basically, the assistant de langue is for 7 months. The one in France is just for 7 months. There are some other countries that is for 9 months, 8 months, 10 months. Just research. So let's say you've come for the teaching assistant program in France and you are done with the program. What can you possibly do? First thing, education. So you can choose to further your education or something. To get into the teaching assistant program, you must already be at least be a university student at the time of application. That's one thing. So definitely, except you want to go for a second bachelor's degree in France, but normally I will be talking about you can apply for a master's studies in France. So basically in France, by October, applications are out in several schools, public schools, private schools. The cheapest are obviously the public schools. So you can apply and just go to campusfrance.org. I'm going to put it right here, campusfrance.org. Create an account with Campus France. Search for the course that you're interested in or courses that you're interested in. In France, you can apply to 7 universities. You can apply to 7 universities and it can be the same course, it can be different courses. 7 universities for master's studies. So let's say you apply to 7 by October, November, December, because by April or March, April, you should get a response already and they'll tell you that, okay, you've been chosen. Maybe 4 schools choose you and the remaining 3 you don't meet their requirements, or even at worst scenarios just 1 school gets back to you. So at least you have an option to take it or leave it. But if two schools get back to you that yes, we've seen your profile and we really want you to come to our school, you can choose from the 2 schools. Look at the locations, look at maybe this part is in the north, this school is in the north, this other school is in the south. So you have an option, a decision to make that, okay, I prefer the south. Or you can check their fees. How much does it cost? Maybe this is cheaper than this one, or maybe you can afford the expensive one. You know, you have so many options. So you can go and further your education. You can get an admission and you have to resume by September. So basically, after the teaching assistant program, when you go back to your country, you just go and pack your stuff and maybe books and maybe some things that could be useful for you to resume back by September. Because actually, many people have been asking me if they can stay back in France. It's not possible. Even if you want to come back to France, you have to go back to your country first and just go back first, then you can come back. So the first thing I talked about, education, you can come back for your studies. And as you are a student, a master's student in a French university, you have the legal right to work 20 hours a week in France. So you can choose to apply locally for the teaching assistant program in your own city where you are. You can go walk up to them and apply directly, like as an assistant. So you can be an assistant as you are studying and also look for other jobs, because the assistant program is just 12 hours per week. So you still have 8 more hours to do anything you want. Like out of your 20 hours job allowance, you can if you use 12 for the teaching assistant program, you can use the remaining 8 to work at a mall, to work at an institution. Maybe you want to teach them Spanish or English. You can still do other things if it won't be too tedious for you based on your academic schedule. So that's another that's the whole thing about furthering your studies in France, and so many assistants are doing that, and it's working perfectly for them. If you need more explanations on that, you can send me a message, and I can link you up to some certain interested people that can put you through, or tell you some groups that you can join, and you can get info about so many things. So education. So the second thing I'm going to talk about is renewal. You can choose to renew your assistantship stuff like program or the job, but the renewal is a 50-50 thing. Not everyone who renews to be an assistant the second time is chosen. Not everyone is chosen, just some are chosen. Many people are telling me, oh, I'm planning to apply for the teaching assistant program, and when I come, I'm going to renew twice, and it doesn't work that way. And even if it works that way, it's for some countries the maximum amount of time you can renew is just once. Some countries you cannot renew at all. Some countries renew over and over. Some languages actually you can keep renewing over and over. So far they don't have an high demand of fresh people coming, you can keep renewing. So, and also something important is that even if you are renewing, you still have to go back to your country after the first your first year. You have to go back to your country, and they send you a message that, oh, you've been chosen for the next year. So now the second year you can gather your things again and come back. It's a little bit stressful because if you are going to come back, why waste money and go? But that is how it is, so you take it or leave it. The third option is getting a job. If you normally, the teaching assistant program doesn't allow us to get a job. It doesn't give us the opportunity of getting an extra official job. Like maybe you are trying to apply to one company because you studied business administration in your university and you've graduated. Now you're an assistant in France and you're trying to apply to big companies in France as a business blah blah blah, or marketing agent or strategist blah blah blah. It's not possible. It will be considered illegal because the contract of this job does not give us the opportunity to do that. But which is really a but, some assistants have found some jobs that actually helps them to maintain something, to just have something extra to eat. And because some people really pay so much for accommodation, and by the time they remove the accommodation cost from the salary, everything is gone. So they just have to do something else to just help. That's the babysitting jobs. You can choose to, if you find a babysitting job, you can go for that, and you get your pay by hour, maybe 15 euros per hour. You can just spend your leisure times when you are not supposed to be in class babysitting to just get something to just support you. You can also get a private tutorial job, not official. Maybe one of your teachers in school just feel, oh, I really like you, and I would like you to take my daughter or my son or my children. I would like you to come maybe once a week or twice a week to teach them English. You can be their English teacher, tutorial teacher. Just do their assignments with them, and just speak with them and get them speaking with you, and they offer you money. You can take it. I didn't say that. You can take it, but it's supposed to be something which no one knows. But you are struggling, no money, the teaching assistant program money is not enough for you, and you really need it. Why not? You can do it. That's that about job. You can get a babysitting job, you can get a tutorial job, private tutorial job, you can get a cleaning job. If you find someone that you trust, maybe a teacher and a family, they need a cleaner, and you think it's not bad for you and you want to help them to clean their house, vacuum clean, and do some laundry and stuff while they are not home. And when they come back, they give you the money and you leave. Basically, no one knows that you did that, so you can just go for that too if you think that's good. So those are the types of jobs you can get. So now, talking about jobs as what to do after your teaching assistant program. After your teaching assistant program, if you get a new job contract, in quotes, if you get a new job contract from a new place, I don't know how you want to get it, but let's say you get a new job contract, you can actually apply for a visa while you are in France with a new job contract, and you would be working for those people after your program, not during your program. I really don't know anything about that. I don't know how you can get a new job contract. It's basically almost impossible since we are not allowed to get an extra job. So I don't know how you want to get a new job contract. But if you happen to get a new job contract somehow, a job contract, and you feel this job can feed you or something, why not? But it's not really proven, and many people haven't really been successful in that aspect. So the best advice I'll just give you is to go back to your country and come back again. Another thing you can do if after your teaching assistant program is to go back to your university in your home country and finish up your studies. Many people didn't finish their studies, like many people don't finish their studies before getting the teaching assistant program. So you can go back and finish your studies and apply to be a master's student and come back afresh. So one thing I'm also going to talk about is that don't wait until the end of the teaching assistant program or when it's just one month left before you start thinking of what next. Before I came to France, I already had a rough sketch that, okay, when I finish my teaching assistant program, these are the possible things that I might do, and you know, I'm preparing and working towards those things, working in line with those things to make it maybe it will work or it won't. You know, you just have to have something that you've thought of. Don't just come that, oh, I'm just traveling, just go, and you don't have any plans. When it's now almost over, you now start running helter skelter thinking of what to do. So don't wait till it's too late for you to think of something to do. Start thinking of what you can possibly do after the teaching assistant program. Another thing I'm going to talk about is that you can go back to your country and get a job. You can go back to your country and use your experience here to get a good job in your country. If you are interested in the teaching aspect of like the teaching sector, it's really beautiful. It gives you more opportunities to actually get more recognition in your own country. It gives you more edge. So we have come to the end of this video. I don't want to dive into the benefits of being an assistant. I don't want to dive into it because that's another gist. I'm going to be doing a new video, and the video is going to be about like the advantages of being an assistant, like what you can possibly benefit from it. Fine, many people feel like, oh no, 7 months is so much of my time, I don't want to waste it doing this thing. You know, I'm just going to highlight some of the possible things that you can benefit from being a language assistant in a particular country, how it can help you on a long run in your life, and some of the other things that you might be interested in. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Bye.